And now looking at the shepherd's song. Okay, so again, we're just concentrating on the first 4 or maybe 6 bars. I think we went up to the end of the first line actually, didn't we? So the rhythm again is really important with this one. And you've got a separate sheet with some rhythm work on it. So the rhythm you should be looking at is the one that matches the first 4 bars in the music. So make sure you're looking at the one with the minim, the crotchet, the 4 semiquavers, the minim, the crotchet, the crotchet, the quaver, and the dotted minim. All right, that's the one we're concentrating on at the moment. Okay, so setting aside the arabesque because this one is in 3 beats in a bar, so you've got to switch your beat slightly. Okay, I'm not sure we were counting everything in 1 and 2 and for this one particularly. Let's see if we can do without that and just have a steady 3 beats. So I'm going to tap it out again. Always set your beat first and keep it really steady. Okay, then try the tapping out with your other hand. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2. I'll carry on 2 more bars. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's do that again. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. What I might do is do the beat again with my left hand, but play the music this time in my left hand, counting away. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, it is a bit of a coordination exercise and it doesn't always come that easily to people. I've done it for many years, so it's sort of just ingrained in me really. But have a go, seeing if you can keep your beat with one hand and play with the other hand. The other method you can use is a French counting system, which instead of using numbers uses words or sounds. So it goes like this. Ta, ah, ta, tuffa, teffy, ta, ah, ta, 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 te, ta, ah, ah, ta, ah, ta, ta, ah, ah. Okay, so basically ta is, or ta is the crotchet, or if it's a minim or a dotted minim, you say the word ta, and then for the extra beats that you may need, 2 or 3, you say ah, ah. So ta, ah, ah is a dotted minim representing the 3 counts. Where it's useful is semiquavers and the quavers, because the quavers then divide into ta, te. So crotchets will be ta, 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 and then quavers will be ta, te, ta, te, ta, te. So you can there sometimes go more easily between a crotchet and a quaver if you're saying ta, 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 te, ta, which is that 3rd bar. Ta, 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 te, ta. Okay? The semiquaver's a bit more of a mouthful. It's tuffa, teffy, tuffa, teffy. Okay, so again, going from crotchets to semiquavers, ta, 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 tuffa, teffy, tuffa, teffy, tuffa, teffy, ta, 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 tuffa, teffy, tuffa, teffy, tuffa, teffy. So again, sometimes people find it easier if they've got like a little rhyme or something to say with the rhythm. So you can use that method if you like. I'll do it as a tapping exercise. Ta, 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 ah, ta, tuffa, teffy, ta, ah, ta, 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 te, ta, ah, ah, ta, ah, ta, ta, ah, ah. Okay, my teacher used that with me in the beginning, and at some point I must have transitioned to number counting, but I've never really incorporated it into my tuition. But with this piece, I have introduced it with a couple of other pupils as well, simply because the rhythm is quite challenging to get right. Okay, so let me just play that opening to you again. This time I will play it with the left hand, but I think I said you really need to do a lot of right hand to get that rhythm really ingrained and to make sure you're familiar with all the notes. Because if you start hesitating, you then start losing the rhythm completely. Okay, so here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1 and 2, 3. 1, 2, 3 and 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. The other thing that you might need to write in the music is a little arrow just in a couple of places. Well, no, it's 3 places actually. Because you need to make sure that you lift this left hand chord at the end of the bar in 3 places. All right. There's a complete break there because you lift both hands, so it doesn't matter. But here we're joining the right hand over those bar lines, but the left hand can't join, so it has to do a lift. And in the lesson you were struggling a little bit because you were holding and holding the chord, and we were waiting for the next chord to sort of be lifted and then played again. So you need to do it a little bit before, which means you cut a little bit of the time off of this chord here. So you just shorten it slightly, even by as much as a whole beat. Doesn't matter. It's the mechanics of having to lift that hand ready to play the next chord without stopping the music from playing on. So just watch my left hand as I do this. I'm going to use the French counting this time. Ta, 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 ah, ta, 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 ta. Say it right. Too many things to think about. Ta, 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 tuffa teffy ta, ah, ta, 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 te, ta, ah, ah, ta, ah, ta, ta, ah, ah. So I lifted my left hand exactly where I put the arrow in the music. All right. It's a little bit skew-iff, but it's generally on the last count or the last half count of a bar so that it's ready for the next bar, okay, to play the next chord.